Hey guys, in this video, I'm going to show you how I scratch build a shield for my mobile hero. I'm taking an inspiration from the ground type Gundam shield, so here goes the build. First, sketch out the design. It will be helpful to sketch it to scale. Using the design as a template, I mark out the basic shape of the shield using 1mm styling sheet or pla plate. Using a hobby knife and metal ruler, I cut out the excess plastic. Make sure the blade is sharp. Change the blade if you have to. It will make your life easier. Initially, use minimal force as it's easier to control the blade. After a few passes, you can use more strength. Because of the shape, I use the scissors to cut out one side first and bend to break the styling sheet along the cut lines. I use a hobby knife to make the angles on the edges straight. I'll glue 3 1mm styling sheet to increase the thickness of the shoe. I'm using Tamiya extra thin glue to glue the pieces together. This glue actually melts the plastic and sort of weld them together. I cut out the front armor part from 5mm styling sheet and adding details by drilling holes at the ends to simulate screw holes. Using a carving needle, I mark out a pilot hole, then use a pin vise to drill out the holes. I'm using a 1mm drill bit. To cut out the front claw portion, I drill a few holes in the plastic and use a hobby knife to cut out the part. On hindsight, I should have cut out the part first before gluing them together. To add a chamfer to the edges, I mark out guidelines using a compass. This line will let me know how much to file later. Using a bastard file, I file the edges to the line I marked out earlier. Constantly check the part as you are filing so you don't go over the line. Using a small hobby file, I clean up all the edges. Clean the part using a toothbrush to remove any dust on the part. I cut out a piece of 5mm styling sheet for the back of the shield. I cut out holes to give the back of the shield a raised detail. To attach the shield to the harrow, I glue 3 1mm styling sheet as the connector base. Then, I cut out a piece of runner which is the exact size of the hole in the arms and glue them together. I drill out a hole in the connector and glue the piece of runner to it. Cut out the excess part with side cutters and I glue everything together. To add a wraparound detail on the shoe, I cut out 2.5mm styling strips using the chopper. This is a great tool for cutting multiple strips with the exact length. You can also cut perfect angles with the template provided. I mark out the position of the detail and glue them to the shoe. Next, cut out any excess plastic and clean them with a hobby file. Using the chopper, I cut out 5mm sheet and glue them to the shoe as added armor detail. I saw a video where white glue is used to simulate rivets and I want to try it out on this build. Using a compass, I mark out where the rivets will go. Next, I use a toothpick and drop some glue onto the shoe. Try to get a consistent block around the part. If you mess up, wipe away the glue and try again. After it dries, I go around the rivets and do a second pass. the end result is okay. But looking at the part closely, the rivets still look a bit flat and not rounded enough. This might be the brand of glue I'm using. A thicker glue would probably help retain the round shape of the rivets. Lastly, I will scrap some panel lines on the front of the shoe. I mark out lines that I want and cut out dynamo tapes used in labeling machines as a guide. I use a 3mm chisel blade from MadWorks. As the hobby knife, start with using minimal force and slowly increase in strength. Start from both ends of the line to get a clean cut. This video and find it useful. I included links to the tools that I use in this video below, so see you in the next video and consider subscribing.